Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dugout Football Channel. And I know the World Cup is a wee while away, but I've decided to do some early group stage predictions. Yes, from Group A all the way to Group H. These are only my opinions. So, for everyone who's obviously going to be watching this, please don't be offended if I put your team first, second, third, or fourth. It's just my opinion. But before I begin, please hit the like button. Please smash that subscribe button as well. And if we just share this, let's have just a quick look. As you can see, if I can make that any bigger, of course. So we've obviously got Group A with Qatar, Ecuador, Senegal, Netherlands. Group B is obviously England, Iran, USA, Wales. Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland. France, Australia, Denmark, Tunisia. Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Group F is Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Group G, Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. And Group H, Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea, of course. Now, this is only going to let me do first to fourth. So we will start off at Group A. Now, the team I think that's going to finish first in this group, I think it's definitely between Senegal and Netherlands to qualify. So I'm actually going to go, believe it or not, I'm going to go Senegal. I think Senegal are one of the... I think they're kind of an outsiders to win this competition. They are the current AFCON champions. Aliou Cisse, he's got a very, very good squad in and around him. Kalidou Koulibaly, Edouard Mendy. Majority of their players play in Europe, and it has to be said as well. So I just look at the Senegal side, and I just think they're a match for anyone. I really, really do. And I just think, with Senegal, Netherlands being the first game of the World Cup, which is quite bizarre because usually it would be the host Qatar. But I've just got a feeling that Senegal will win this group. I just have a feeling that Senegal will win this group. So second place, I'm going to go Netherlands. I think Netherlands should be able to go through this group. And then it's just a case of... we shall see who finishes, obviously, third or fourth. But Netherlands, managed by Louis van Gaal, and he's got a very, very good squad coming up as well. Denzel Dumfries at the back, he looks very, very good. The only thing that we worry about Netherlands is the goalkeeping situation. I think they have changed the goalkeepers quite a lot throughout this throughout the qualifying, and we might get a situation where if Netherlands are in a penalty shootout, then they might call on Tim Krul. It's happened to Netherlands before, and it might actually happen again. So we just have to wait and see, of course. But Senegal and Netherlands to go through. And third place, I'm going to go for Ecuador, I think, and then obviously Qatar last. Yeah, Qatar haven't really had a good time of it recently, especially when in the Arab Cup in 2019. They've kind of gone off the boil a little bit. But this Qatar side, they're no mugs, and it's going to be a very, very interesting tournament to see how well they'll do. In all honesty, Ecuador, they've got some fabulous players coming through as well. Moises Caicedo is definitely the one to watch there. So if I just click on that, as you can see, so there is it very, very closely. Senegal, Netherlands, Ecuador, and Qatar for Group A. Group B now. Well, we have England, Iran, USA, and Wales. It has to be said, England are not in the best of form going into this. I think it's safe to say that losing 4-0 to Hungary, and Gareth Southgate got the dreaded vote of confidence. I mean, that is just something to be said as well. But you know what? England should really be topping this group. Do I think they'll top this group? Yes, I do. I think they will top the group, but I'm going to say this now. I don't think it'll be comfortable. I really don't. This is a kind of a group that is a banana skin for England. I mean, you've obviously got Iran, you've got USA in there. England and USA have been in the same World Cup group before. The 2010 World Cup, I think it was, England drew 1-1 with USA thanks to an absolute howler from goalkeeper Robert Green. Of course, and it has to be said, England, they should be doing a lot better with the squad that they have got. I just feel that Gareth Southgate should be leading this England side to at least the round of 16. Because if you look at it as well, I mean, looking at the Group B, I mean, at this moment, if they were to win the group, they would be facing the Netherlands in the round of 16, and that is quite a big game. That one has to be said as well. But yeah, England for me, they've got the talent. It's just the manager is I'm a bit concerned about. But we shall see what happens. Anyway, second place, making their first appearance at the World Cup for 64 years. I'm going to go Wales. Yes, I'm going to go Wales. And look, Wales have a fantastic player on their books, like Gareth Bale. He is a match winner. They've still got some very, very good players in there as well. Wayne Hennessy's done very, very well. Danny Ward in the goal as well. Neco Williams, Ethan Ampadu, Joe Allen, Aaron Ramsey. They've got a very, very good squad. And then, obviously got Kiefer Moore there as well. So I just have a feeling that this time that Wales will get through. We'll get through that group along with England. And funnily enough, England and Wales last were in the I think it was Euro 2016 group, and Wales came on top of that group. Actually, Wales did top that group. So different times. It has to be said. But yeah, I'm going to go England, Wales to both go through. And then it is a case of who finishes third and fourth. I'm going to go USA third, and then obviously that makes Iran fourth. Iran have never qualified past the group stage, and I think that's just going to happen anyway. But Iran, they've got one notable player, and obviously Ali Reza Yakinbash as well, who obviously went on to play for Brighton and is still in Dutch football. Of course, USA, I feel this tournament has come a little bit too soon. Berhalter, whatever you want to call him, he isn't the greatest man manager, it has to be said. He hasn't done very well with this USA group. And I think if you look at it as well, I think it is going to be a very, very interesting team of it, and to see what will actually happen throughout this World Cup. So yeah, that's how I think Group B will go: England, Wales, USA, and Iran. Now we have Group C. We have Argentina, Saudi Arabia, Mexico, and Poland, of course. So Group C winners, I think, is going to be Argentina. And I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think that Argentina are one of the favourites for this World Cup. Yes, I absolutely do. I think they've been in fantastic form recently. And it's, they seem to be, I think they're now third in the world rankings, just behind Belgium. I mean, how Belgium are still second, anybody's guess. Brazil are obviously top of the pile at the moment. And I just think this is last chance for saloon for Lionel Messi. It certainly is, because Lionel Messi, we all know that he's a wonderful footballer. But the one thing you can say about it, he hasn't really been compared to Diego Maradona, because Maradona managed to win the World Cup. Messi hasn't. And Messi has only been close once, and that was the 2014 World Cup, where Argentina lost 1-0 to Germany. Mario Götze winner, of course. So I do think Argentina will go through as group winners in that one. Coming second, I have got Mexico. I think everyone kind of has a wee soft spot for Mexico, actually. They haven't done really well in qualifying, but they managed to get through eventually. But the one thing I say about Mexico is that they have a good squad. They have a good squad. They tend to do pretty well when it comes to these World Cups. Anyway, you remember the last World Cup, they were obviously in a group with Germany and South Korea, and obviously Sweden as well, and just Germany went out famously as well, and obviously Mexico were one of the teams to beat Germany, of course. So I have to say I am very much looking forward to seeing how well Mexico can do in this World Cup, and I honestly do think that I think they'll pip Poland. I honestly do think they'll pip Poland. In all honesty. So second place, Mexico. That means the third place will be Poland and then Saudi Arabia. I mean, Saudi Arabia, difficult really. They don't tend to do very well at World Cups. It has to be said. They don't tend to do very well at World Cups. And I just don't think, if they manage to get anything off Poland, then, I think they'll look at the Poland game and thinking, yeah, we can get points from that. But if they can get something off Mexico, they can get something off Argentina, then they've always got a chance. But for me, I just have a feeling that Argentina, Mexico will go through, and I think Poland will get third place, and Saudi Arabia, unfortunately, finishing fourth. As far as Poland are concerned, obviously, they'll be relying on the goals of Robert Lewandowski. And again, last chance saloon for him. You'd have to say probably his last chance of tournament glory as well. But for me, I just think Poland will come third and just miss out there as well. So now we move on to Group D, and we have France, Australia, Denmark, and Tunisia. Yes, congratulations to Australia for getting through against Peru. Redmayne, the goalkeeper. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, then what have you been missing out? Basically, danced on his goal line. He tried to be the Australian version of Jersey Dudek. Yes, answers on a postcard, please. But France, they certainly do have the champions curse over them, don't they? They certainly do. They definitely do have the champions curse over them. And I look at this France team, and you know what? They've struggled in the Nations League. They have struggled in the Nations League recently. And putting into that effect, they did actually go on to lose against Croatia. I think they also drew. No, I think they were beaten by Denmark, funnily enough, as well. So, who do I think is coming first in this group? I'm actually going to go for a wee shock here. I think Denmark are going to finish top. The last time France and Denmark were actually in a World Cup group as well, it was 2002. Now, we all know what happened the last time France had the champions curse over them. They actually went out at the group stage. They lost to Senegal. I think Denmark may have beaten them as well. So, Denmark, what we can say about Denmark? Obviously, Jasper Hummelund, very, very good manager for Denmark. And this is a team that is very underrated for me. You've obviously got Joachim Mæhle, you've got Christian Eriksen, Yusuf Poulsen. They've got a very, very good team, Denmark. And I just got a feeling that Denmark are going to top this group because of all the uncertainty over the champions curse of France. But we shall see what happens. But for me, I just think Denmark are just very underrated, and I think that they will win Group B. So, with that being said, I've got France second. Yes, France, I do think they will qualify this time. No fault of their own, because I do think that they're a good side. But I look at France, and the major concern for me is Deschamps as a manager. Has he taken this France team as far as he can? I think he probably has. Like France have done fantastically recently. They've done really, really well. Winning the World Cup in 2018 was amazing. And you know what? They went on to win the Nations League as well. But I just got a feeling this time around, I just feel Denmark are probably that team to just pit them to the post. So I'm going to go Denmark and France to go through, which would mean I have possible tie between Argentina and France in the round of 16. That is going to be some game. You better believe it as well. So third place, Is it going to be Tunisia or Australia? I'm going to go Tunisia to finish third and Australia to finish fourth. I mean, Australia have done fantastically to get to the World Cup in Qatar, but I've just got a feeling that I just don't think they've got the squad. Graham Arnold's had a lot of criticism recently as well about his obviously style of play. But Australia, they've got some good players. It's just that they don't perform very well recently. Tunisia, no fault of their own. I mean, they did well in the AFCON as well. And to be honest, I think they will pose a threat for France and Denmark. But I just feel that those Denmark and France are just a little bit too much better than Tunisia there. So I've gone Denmark, France, Tunisia, and Australia. Now we'll move on to Group E, and this is a very, very interesting group, isn't it? We have Spain, Costa Rica, Germany, and Japan. Very, very interesting group, this one as well. So who do I think is going to finish top? I think it's a bit of redemption for Germany because Germany did go out at the 2018 World Cup. They went out of the group stage, and I look at this as well, and Germany should have enough to go through. They really, really should as well. So I'm going to go Germany. Yeah, Hans Flick, of course, is obviously the manager now of Germany, and it's a very up and coming squad that's coming up for Germany. And I look at it as well. I feel that Germany are a very, very good side. And again, they've got a big talent coming through there as well. You could think of Florian Neuhaus. You can obviously Jonas Hoffmann. They've still got they've still got Timo Werner. They've got Thomas Müller. Germany are going to be very, very good this group. I just think they're going to be very, very good. And I honestly do think that Germany will finish first. Second place, I'm going to go for the Spaniards. I'm going to go for Spain. I think Spain have been really, really good recently, actually. Really good. Luis Enrique, of course, is obviously the manager of Spain. And they've got some very, very good players coming through. Pedri, Gavi. Spain will be there or thereabouts, I think. I think they're going to be very, very good side to watch. And look, Spain, Germany, we have a repeat of obviously the Euro 2008 final, where obviously Spain went on and won that, thanks to Fernando Torres winner, of course. So it's going to be very, very intriguing game for sure. But I just have a feeling that Germany are going to finish top of the pile, and I do think that Spain will finish second. So it's a case of who finishes third and fourth. Now, this is really, really difficult for me. Japan always cause a surprise, don't they? They always seem to cause a surprise. But Costa Rica, you could argue, have got the best goalkeeper in the competition, probably with Keylor Navas. But then again, Germany have got Manuel Neuer. So it's really, really difficult for me. Third place, I'm going to go for Japan. They always cause a bit of an upset here. They always do go and cause a bit of an upset. And I do think with, the Celtic contingent of Kyogo Furuhashi, of Maida, I think his name is, and the other one, off the top of my head, I cannot remember his name, but Japan have still got Minamino. They've got some really, really impressive players for me. And I look at this as well. I just think Japan are one of those sides where they could cause an upset. Look, South Korea beat Germany last time around. Who says that Japan can't go and beat Germany? Japan could even easily beat Spain as well. But it's all about the Spain and Germany games. If they can get something off those games, then they could potentially go and qualify as well. But Costa Rica, well done to them for getting through 1-0 against New Zealand. But unfortunately, I just don't think they've got the squad at this moment in time. They've still got Joel Campbell. Everyone remembers Joel Campbell, don't they? Everyone remembers him. But I just feel that Costa Rica have just got a little bit too much to do. And I think that Germany and Spain will go through. Japan and Costa Rica to finish third and fourth, respectively. So we move on to Group F. So we have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. Ooh, interesting stuff. I am going to go for Belgium to finish top of Group F. I'm going to be honest here. I think that Belgium are one of those sides who's really underperformed. You know, this talk of obviously the golden generation of, Belgium. I feel that they need to be a lot better for sure. But I am going to say this now. I do think that Belgium will go through as winners in this group. I think they've got enough. Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, obviously Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku. He needs a better season. He had an absolutely horrible season at Chelsea as well. So going to be very intriguing to say the very least. Then it's a tricky one. Then it's a very tricky one. Do I go with Canada because of obviously Jonathan David, Alphonso Davis? You obviously could put Scotty Arfield in there. Do I go with Morocco for the attacking prowess of Sofiane Boufal? Or do I go for Croatia and the old guard of Kovacic, Modric? Very difficult one to call, but I'm going to go for a surprise. I'm going to go for Canada to go through. I don't know why. I just don't know how. I don't know why, but I just have a funny feeling that we might see what a big upset here. And Canada are going to go through with Belgium. Look, I've said it already. Jonathan David, Alphonso Davis. He needs to recapture his form at Bayern Munich. But do you know what? Canada, well done to them for getting through. And you know what? We're obviously seeing Canada, Mexico, and USA to do the World Cup in 2026. I feel that Canada have got a good squad this time, and I do think that it is going to be very intriguing to say the very least. So I'm going to go for Canada. I just feel that they have a good squad to go through. So there's a case of who finishes third and fourth. This is a really tricky group, but the one thing that really concerns me about Croatia, they don't have an out-and-out goal scorer. I don't think they've never really had an out-and-out goal scorer recently. Obviously Ivan Perisic is getting on a bit. It's the old guard at Croatia as well. I'm going to go for Morocco to finish third, and I'm actually going to go for Croatia fourth. Now that might be a bit of a shock to a lot of people, but for me, I thought Morocco were very good at the AFCON. I thought they were very good at the AFCON, and I feel that they'll just miss out this time. They will just miss out. I think that Canada game is going to be very important. This is a really tricky group, this one. It really is. I mean, you could have said the Group E was potential, group of death, but this is a very tricky group for me. So I am going to go Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia to finish that group. So we have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, and Cameroon. Now, Brazil, well, they're going to finish top. They are going to finish top, aren't they? Brazil are going to finish top. Look, I think where the World Cup's being staged is obviously Qatar. I feel that they will do well there, but Brazil have got a fantastic squad coming through. Obviously, Alisson Becker, Ederson, Thiago Silva. You've obviously got Fabinho. It's so good. So good the squad coming through. Richarlison, Rafinha, Paqueta, Bruno Guimaraes. Look, Brazil are going to do very well in this competition. I really feel that they're going to do very well in this competition as well. So Brazil, I am going to go to finish first place. Second, then it is a toss-up, isn't it? It is an absolute toss-up. Obviously, Rigobert Song, everyone remembers him at Liverpool. He has actually been told by Cameroon that if he doesn't do well, he's out, basically. So yeah, big things from Samuel Eto'o. It has to be said. I'm going to go for a team who seems to be keeping going through these competitions. I'm going to go Switzerland. Yeah, for me, Shaqiri is obviously the one to watch out for. Severovic and Bolo, Xhaka. They've got some very, very good teams as well. And Jan Sommer is the goalkeeper as well. You have to watch out for him. Jan Sommer has been fantastic for Switzerland as well. But yeah, I am going to go for Switzerland to go through as runners-up to Brazil. And then I'm going to go Serbia and Cameroon. Yeah, I just don't see Cameroon being able to fight off Brazil and Switzerland, unfortunately. And I just think that the other three will have too much for them as well. Look, Serbia will have to rely on the goals of obviously Mitrovic. They've obviously got Nemanja Matic, Milinkovic-Savic as well. It's great to see Serbia actually at a World Cup, isn't it? It's really good to see them back at a World Cup. But yeah, I've just got a feeling that Brazil will win that group as well. So we move on to the last group, and this is, for me, a group of death. Look at this. Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and South Korea. Obviously, Ghana and Uruguay meeting off yet again. First meeting since that infamous Luis Suarez handball, which denied Ghana a place in the semi-finals. It was indeed denied them a place in the semi-finals. It has to be said. This is a really tricky group to predict. Any one of these teams could go out. But Portugal, Ronaldo, Jota, Fernandes, Vitinha, Fabio Vieira, Jean Moutinho, Ruben Neves. I mean, they've got a plethora of talent. And obviously Fabio Carvalho coming through. It would be a massive upset if Portugal didn't make the next round. It'd be an absolute massive upset if they did not make the next round. But as it has been told recently, look, Ronaldo is a superstar. He's an absolute superstar. Portugal, though, I don't think Fernando Santos is a good enough manager to lead this Portugal side. I've said it. And look, he won Euro 2016 very, very well. They did obviously go in and win the Nations League as well. But for me, there's something is missing in that Portugal side. I'm going Uruguay to top the group. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I am going for Uruguay to top the group. Obviously, Suarez, Cavani. They've got Darwin Núñez, of course. It's a very, very interesting group, this one. And I just have a feeling that Uruguay will cause an upset. Uruguay will definitely cause an upset. So many people would have probably expected me to predict Portugal to finish top of that group. But no, not for me. I'm going to go Uruguay to finish first. Then I'm going to go Portugal. As well. So already you're seeing some of those matchups. Oh, wow. You're already seeing some of those matchups anyway. But yeah, for me, Portugal, I think they'll finish second. I think what they'll probably do is probably draw a game and then maybe lose one and then maybe win one. I think they'll scrape through. I think Portugal, Uruguay. It was a game at the last World Cup, I believe. Was it the 2018 World Cup? And I think Portugal won that previously as well. So, yeah, really, really interesting. Then third place, I'm going to go South Korea, and then obviously Ghana as well. Ghana, obviously, managed now by Chris Hughton, which is going to be very, very interesting as well. I thought they were a bit lucky to get through against Nigeria, but fair play to Ghana. Absolutely. It's great to see the Black Stars at the World Cup, isn't it? South Korea, Son is their man, isn't it? He really, really is as well. So if we can just go on to this now. And we'll obviously have a wee look at what I have predicted. So there we go, folks. There we go. Get your predictions in the comment section down below. We have Senegal, Netherlands, Ecuador, Qatar in Group A. Group B, I've gone for England, Wales, USA, and Iran. And then Group C, Argentina, Mexico, Poland, and Saudi Arabia. Group D, Denmark, France, Tunisia, and Australia. Group E is Germany, Spain, Japan, and Costa Rica. Group F is Belgium, Canada, Morocco, Croatia, Brazil, Switzerland, Serbia, Cameroon, and Uruguay, Portugal, South Korea, and Ghana in there as well. Let me stop sharing that and I will go back to that. So yes, guys, please get your predictions down in the comment section down below. And as I say, these predictions will definitely change throughout the World Cup. It has to be said. As we get closer towards the start of the tournament, I'm pretty sure these predictions will change. And remember, it is only my opinion. I'm sure you have your own. And if you have watched to the end, thank you very, very much for watching to the end. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Do what you can to support the channel because this is the place for all the World Cup action. I'll be doing watch-alongs. I'll be doing live streams. I'll be doing previews towards these groups as well. So really, really looking forward to it as well. But thank you very, very much for watching. I do appreciate it very, very much so. Have a good day and leave your predictions in the comment section down below. Your early predictions, I should say. See you later. Bye-bye.